Okay, so I thought today I would do a little pregnancy update. I didn't do this video after the first trimester, mostly because I didn't have a lot that went on in the first trimester, but I thought I would do a little recap of the first and second trimester and the symptoms that I experienced. So today I am 28 weeks, so I am officially in the third trimester. The first two trimesters have really flown by. I feel like a lot of people say that, but anyways, I'm out of breath already. Okay, so starting in the first trimester, before I even knew for sure that I was pregnant, before I took the test, there was a time where I was kind of experiencing a little bit of like hot flashes, I think. Like, I don't know if they were hot flashes, but I would be just a normal temperature and then all of a sudden I would be sweating and I just felt weird, a little bit just off, and I don't know, like I just had a feeling that something was a little bit off with my body, so I just kind of knew, like, I really did think I was pregnant before I took the test, and then sure enough, of course, I was pregnant. So that would be the first signs, I would say, of being pregnant. And I also did not want to drink tea, and before being pregnant, I was drinking tea like at least 3 cups of tea a day. So I love drinking tea, so that was like a huge weird thing for me where I just didn't even feel like it. Like, I didn't have any sort of craving for it. Some days I wouldn't drink it at all. Other days I would just drink a cup, but it just wasn't as enjoyable as it had been previously, so I barely even drank tea the first little bit. And then after I already knew I was pregnant, then I started feeling a little bit nauseous, but I never got sick. So my first trimester honestly was very easy, like compared to other people's. I know some people have really rough first trimesters, but I was very lucky and I didn't. And I also got to work from home most of the time because of the pandemic, so that actually helped a lot too. I don't know if I would have felt more sick had I had to go into work and everything like that and drive more and everything, but it actually worked out really well in that sense because I wouldn't see people as often, so I could still hide the pregnancy for a bit and just keep it between Axel and I. I just feel like I was very lucky with the symptoms that I had. My sister, who's pregnant, she's been very sick, so I have seen the other end of it. I mean, I have no idea what it actually feels like, but I've definitely heard about her experience, and I am very grateful and lucky that that did not happen to me, and I feel very bad for anyone that happens to. So at the very beginning, I was drinking green smoothies every single day and just eating like a lot healthier and just like being like, okay, I'm gonna have a healthy pregnancy. Let me tell you, that didn't last. And then I started getting a little bit nauseous sometimes and I just couldn't stomach green smoothies. I love avocados and I just could not even think about eating avocados. Like, it sounded disgusting to me. So I stayed relatively healthy, and then eventually I would eat kind of more unhealthy things, but then just making sure I would also get healthy nutrients as well. Towards the end of the first trimester is when I would say my boobs started to hurt a little bit. I could tell that there were changes happening and my belly would hurt sometimes. It kind of felt like a little bit of cramping. And in the first trimester, it's very scary. I just, ever since the miscarriage that I experienced, of course, I'm a little bit anxious if I experience that kind of cramping, but I just kept trying to tell myself to not worry about it until I was actually given something to worry about, like by a doctor, not by my own mind thinking there's something wrong or anything like that. And so I tried to stay as positive as possible and just wait for that ultrasound. So the ultrasound happened around, I think, 10 weeks, when I was 10 weeks pregnant. And yeah, and then that was confirmed that everything was looking good so far. The measurements of the baby were looking good. Everything's developing as normal. So that eased my mind a lot. So I still did get cramping here and there. It's not, I don't even know how to explain the cramps. They weren't like, They weren't super intense or anything, but they were definitely there and uncomfortable. Okay, heading into the second trimester now, I could feel that my belly was stretching. And I also experienced a little bit of back pain. Honestly, I don't really know the timeline of the second trimester really at all. It kind of all blends together. Acid reflux was maybe one of the most annoying symptoms because there have been times where I'd be laying in bed, I couldn't lay on my side. Obviously you can't lay on your back at some point, and I just couldn't even lay down. I actually had to prop myself up on a pillow, or like it would wake me up, and as soon as I'd lay down I could feel it come up into my throat. So it was really gross sometimes, and I just couldn't sleep. So, and they say not to eat too soon before you go to bed, but when you're pregnant and you're hungry and you don't want to go to sleep hungry either, it's like if you don't eat, you're gonna be starving, and then it's taking so long to digest and so long for like, I guess it takes longer to digest so that your baby gets the nutrients and everything. So that is just not fun. And I still experience that now, even when I'm just sitting up and just on a like day-to-day basis. Pretty recently, the past couple of weeks, I have felt very sore just at my ribs here. It feels just so tight there now, and I feel like the baby is growing and is only going to keep growing, and I don't even know how he's going to continue to fit. Anytime he stretches, I can feel it. Like, he'll stretch and he's like pushing on my ribs with his feet or his hands or whatever, and I can feel my rib coming out. So it's very uncomfortable. I don't know, like it's a weird feeling, and I know people say like, oh, there's rib pain and round ligament pain and all that, but this is just not as really what I expected. I don't know. I mean, it's only going to get worse, I imagine, but maybe I'll just get used to it. I don't know. But something that has helped too, I can't have anything too tight around, like the length around my bra is just way too tight now. So I have some nursing bras that I bought, and they come with these little extender things that you can use to, like, for the clasps of your bra, so it can extend the bra a certain amount. So I just use those with my normal bras. What else? Being out of breath when you just walk up the stairs, or not even, like, I feel like I just breathe so loudly now. I don't know, I just am always out of breath. I totally feel like I'm going to miss something. I mean, I definitely get emotional more about things, whether it's happy or sad things. Like if I'm watching a TV show or a movie and something so happy and loving happens or something like that, or if I'm watching like a birth vlog or something, sometimes it makes me cry, and I like tear up. I just tear up a lot. Like, and some things have made me really full on, like, tears streaming down my face cry, and that is not totally normal. And I don't know if that's just I don't know if that's just hormones, or if it's because maybe for a birth vlog, for example, I can almost relate, or I'm like looking forward to that experience. But I don't know, it's just I've definitely gotten a lot more emotional about just anything. There's the close-up of my belly button that you never asked for. But yeah, it's definitely more of an outie now. I think that's really everything that I've been experiencing. I may have missed some things here or there, but those are the biggest things that I have experienced. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.